is Caitlin. She fell in love with Rory.
After my husband, Aaron, passed away, I found love with his brother. I have gotten comments online about our relationship saying, oh, that.
No, she didn't. That is your ex-husband's brother. How do you allow this to happen?
It makes me sick.
I thought it was a little weird. My first thought was, how would Aaron feel? I knew he would not like that at all. He would not be happy.
Did you feel guilty?
Thank you. Who wants cereal? Whoops. Aaron and I actually met when we were in elementary school. I was 18 when I started dating him. So when Aaron and I first got together, we abused prescription drugs together. And then when I got pregnant, we both stopped. Then after when Cam was 6 months old, we started using pills again. We moved on to harder drugs. We would just fight a lot when we were getting high. We would turn into different people. It was really not healthy.
So when Aaron and Caitlin were together, I definitely was not very fond of her. I just didn't really trust her.
While we were using, our personalities changed so fast, and the things that we did were so out of character for ourselves. In 2015, we were stealing from people. We were doing whatever we could to get high, and it was just terrible. So I decided that I really wanted to go to rehab and get help. While I was at rehab, I could hear it in his voice that he was still using every time that he called me. I just revoked the consent so that they wouldn't tell me when he was calling. I just could never imagine not being with him. But then once I was separated from him and I was at rehab, I was I think that I would be okay if I wasn't with him. But I never imagined the whole situation flipping. A week before I was supposed to get out, I got the phone call that Aaron had overdosed and he passed away. Closed my eyes back then, even if we weren't together right in that moment, we were eventually going to be together, I thought. I know that I did what I had to do to protect my own sobriety, but it has been hard to kind of deal with the survivor's guilt of that.
I would never have imagined getting a phone call that my younger brother died. On top of losing a brother, I felt very bad for Caitlin and Camden. Camden was a huge concern of mine. Just didn't know what his future looked like without having a dad, you know what I mean, and everything. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Rory actually called me, and it was just so weird. I was not expecting his voice to remind me of Aaron's so much. It was such comfort. I was like, oh my God.
I guess the conversation I had with Kate was met with a type of a different side of her I hadn't seen before, compassion and understanding.
Rory started to come to visit me and Camden on the weekends, and that's kind of how we started getting closer. Grammy's here, yay.
First, we were kind of both hesitant on letting our relationship be known to our families.
Hey, Maggie.
We didn't want them thinking that we didn't care about Aaron.
Can you guys go play for a little bit?
Hi, son.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
Go play. Me and Jess, we've always gotten along, but after he passed away, we clung to each other even more because I was the closest thing to Aaron.
I never, ever, 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 ever would have thought these two would end up together.
You know how wrong this is on so many levels? It's like he was waiting for his opportunity. Out of all the women in the world, why would you choose your brother's ex-girlfriend? Or, my bad, why would you choose your brother's ex-wife? Y'all should have been against this from the beginning. It don't matter if you was trying to comfort her during your brother's death. This is not right. That's your brother.
I thought it was a little weird. Is that a good word? My first thought was, how would Aaron feel? I knew he would not like it at all. He would not be happy. But after Rory and I had a conversation about it, once I looked at it the way he was looking at it, you know, and you can't help who you have feelings for. You just can't. She was part of our life. She had Camden. She was always going to be around anyways, and it's not my determination who my kids are with. As far as my grandson's concerned, I thought it would be great because Rory and Aaron were raised in the same household, so they had pretty much the same values. So I knew that with her being with Rory, then Camden would be raised with the same values that Aaron would have raised him with.
Camden was really young when his dad died. He was only 2. And when Rory and I got together, he just took on the position of like the dad role for Camden.
I had mentioned to Kate about me talking to Cam to see if he wanted to call me dad. And Caitlin was completely okay with it. Ended up just kind of asking him like, hey buddy, I know I am your uncle, but if you want to call me dad, I would love that. And you could definitely do that.
You said you would love that. That's not right. This is your nephew. I understand his father passed away, but you can't allow the kid to call you dad. That's just wrong. I don't even want to say this, but I couldn't imagine one of my siblings passing away, a brother passing away, and my nephew is calling me dad. I couldn't do that. I would be 100% against that. I wouldn't even pursue one of my brother's ex-girlfriends. That's just wrong on so many levels. Again, it's so many other women out there. Why would you choose this woman to be your girlfriend?
And his face lit up, and I've been dad since.
Since they have all the kids, I think they've both definitely grown a lot. They've come into who they are. Caitlin's definitely come a long way.
Well, I still am a drug addict in recovery,
But
technically. But yeah, I know.
It's a lot different.
I think that we had a lot of obstacles to overcome together. And that was a lot of mental work.
Did you feel guilty?
I think, yeah, I struggled. Had questions about whether or not we were making the right decision in being together. But like Rory said, Aaron wasn't an option. And that was the only person who I cared about's opinion on that matter, really. I have gotten comments online about our relationship saying oh, that makes me sick.
Yeah, like an Uncle Daddy or whatever. And I like to correct him. I say, it's Dunkle. It's not Daddy Uncle or Uncle Daddy. It's Dunkle.
So you embrace Dunkle?
No, I'm totally being a smart. But the negativity doesn't do anything to us.
So you felt happy to be able to call him dad?
Yeah, because I'm lucky that I have a dad.
You're just happy to have that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're good for one another. Almost 7 years in, we have proven to be a great team and create a beautiful family.
If you had a message for Aaron, what would it be?
Kate and Cam are good. Just because Aaron's biggest concern was always Kate and Cam. So I think he would be happy to know that, of all people.
If Aaron knew about this now and seen what we've been through and where we are today, I think he would be very comforted that somebody's there and that how you guys are doing.
Yeah, I think he'd be very proud of where we started and where we've come.
Come here.
All right, everybody, look right over here. Big smile, big smile, big smile.
Understand that these two are happy with each other, and that's good that they're happy, but at the same time, this is wrong on so many levels. The brother knew his brother passed away, obviously. He got close to his brother's wife, and they ended up getting with each other. Both of them played a part in forming this relationship. And as I said earlier in the video, the boy, he's calling his uncle dad. That's just crazy. That's your nephew. That's not your son. It's messed up, man, that this man would do something like this. It's like he being a snake in a way. You was waiting on your opportunity. You couldn't find another woman out there in the road that you found attractive, that you found that could match your interests, that you could relate to, besides choosing your deceased brother's wife? If I passed away and one of my brothers got with my wife, my parents wouldn't even allow that. Obviously, I can't do nothing if I'm no longer on this earth, but I have family, my parents, that would not allow that. And the bond me and my brothers have, they wouldn't even do something like that. So this is wrong on so many levels. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just here to speak my opinion. Some people not going to agree with me. Some people going to agree with me. And it is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. It's on them. They happy with each other. So if two people are happy with each other, it's going to be hard for them to separate from each other. So men, what would you do in this situation? If your brother passed away, would you go and get with your brother's wife? Or no, you feel that's wrong and that's off limits? But that's all I got for you guys. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'm gone. Peace.